What is going on, everybody? And in this video, I'm going to be showing you my 3 favorite races you guys want to be grinding for your street class vehicles here now. We all know that this class is insanely used very, very often, and I don't know what this pedestrian is doing. Regardless, this is the first race I will be showing here is the Sleeper. Now, I'm sure many people are well aware of this race. I know I'm not the only one that farmed this race for most of my parts in the beginning, but now there's obviously new races that have been added in the Speed Tour, type of updates there, and I'm going to be getting to that in a minute here. But this is the first race I recommend you guys to grind. It's pretty easy, takes about 2 minutes and 30 seconds or so to do. Keep in mind it'll only give you about 3 to 4 parts without the Loot Digger set there. With the Loot Digger, you're looking at about anywhere from 5 to like 8 parts, depending on what the game feels like giving you. Like I said, I'm sure many people are well aware of this race, and honestly, this is probably one of the easiest races to actually farm in the game, mainly because, well, it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds, the races are pretty easy to beat. There's a couple of cuts in the race that make it very simple like this one, but also that you get a couple of parts there and you can keep farming it. This race is also very, very well known for farming money as well on here. I'll be making a separate video on a money guide in the future here soon. But that is the race right there, 2 minutes and 29 seconds, and you'll be able to get yourself about 3 to 4 parts, like I said, with the Loot Digger set. So I noticed, depending on how long the races are, you normally get about 3 to 4, maybe 5 parts if the game's very generous. As you can see there, I just got 4, 3 gold, which is pretty crazy. So race number 2 that I have found insanely good for grinding that someone actually mentioned to me in a video that I had to check out is the Strip Special. Now this race is absolutely amazing. Now if you're wondering, this race can be completed in literally like 1 minute and 40 seconds. So I believe this is actually the fastest race you can do for street. Now there's obviously another race over here in Vegas if you guys were wondering. So this is the actual Strip Special here. The other one is going to be over here as well. If you're wondering, the South Strip is going to be the other one you can do, which is basically the exact same race. It's just this one seems to be pretty much a little easier. Basically the exact same race overall though, so you're going to be doing this one. It is available for everybody, so jump on in there and you'll see how easy this actually is. So what really sets this race apart from the Sleeper is the fact that it's only about 1 minute and 40 seconds or so to 1 minute and 50 seconds to complete it. So you are saving yourself a good amount of time compared to the Sleeper there, and I do think that is a big jump. Overall, farming this race is actually pretty dang easy. It is a time trial race if you're wondering, so there's no racers you need to worry about or anything. You pretty much just go as fast as you pretty much can and beat the actual objective driver there, which is actually pretty easy most of the time, except beating your own ghost can sometimes be a bit of a challenge there. Regardless, as long as you beat it in that time limit, you're good to go. So one thing I did notice is you do get the 3 to 4 parts in this race as well, so for it being about 50 seconds faster, this is a pretty big jump. You can get a lot more stuff done over time, and continuing to grind this race could be something that I definitely recommend doing. Doing the fastest races is the best way to do this, and getting the parts as quickly as you can is the best way. Obviously, you guys are going to want to have that in Ace as well. I have gotten gold parts on hard before, but normally Ace is your best bet. You could sometimes get 4 gold parts or 4 purple parts, really depends on how nice the game is. Do keep in mind you can change your stats, like the icon points, to get better luck on gold parts, and even run Loot Digger. Get yourself like anywhere from like 7 to 8 parts on one of these races. Can definitely be a great way to farm spare parts, and or getting the set you guys have been looking for this entire time is definitely a great way to do this. This is probably one of my favorite races to grind now. I appreciate that person mentioning this to me because it's definitely well worth it. And the other race I also like doing, I'll be showing here in a second, I found really good for grinding as well as also a Speed Tour race. I'm actually glad Ubisoft added these because they give us a chance to grind in different ways, and the races are pretty fun, and for some weird reason they do seem to give us really good parts compared to regular races. I don't know why, but it seems to be like that anyway. So anyway guys, just finished the race right there, 1 minute and 46 seconds, and I was not even trying at all racing there. Very, very easy. You'll see the parts drop in front of me, and then I will jump into the third race. I was grinding a bit to get parts and completing other sets I have not finished yet. And now for the final race I highly recommend grinding, guys, is Miami Harbor Special. Now one thing I also do want to mention is if anyone was wondering why would I pick the Special over the regular race here, which is literally right down the street, the main difference that you also notice is in these regular races you actually have racers in them. In the Speed Tour races I noticed there is nobody in them with you. It's basically you versus a ghost for the objective time there, and I do think this is a little bit easier. Sometimes the racers can be a little annoying. I think this is the best way to do this, but not only that, these races seem to also give you great variety of parts and all that, and they pretty much give you the same amount. So if you guys are wondering if you get more, it seems like you still get the 3 to 4 without Loot Digger, and then obviously 7 to 8 with it. So I'm now here on the last lap of this race, guys, and like I said, this race pretty much can be done in about 2 minutes and 20 seconds or so, depending on how your run's going there. It will be about 3 laps there, so do keep in mind you have to fly around this 3 times. But luckily, it's pretty dang easy, and most of the street cars, I would say, can probably do this with ease. There's a good amount of cuts on this race, too, like cutting the corners or like driving through this pipe here, for example. Regardless, this and the sleeper are pretty dang similar, but I have been noticing that the special races do seem pretty dang good for grinding parts. So if you guys are trying to get like specific sets and all that or parts you're looking for, like if you're missing an ECU part or something, I recommend checking these races out, especially the strip one. That race is amazing, and this race is also very, very good as well. They're just really good for farming, and it can get you the parts you're looking for as quickly as possible. We are mainly in this for time, but also doing these races to get them done as fast as possible, so we're not wasting any time to get the parts we're missing and then get them sets completed. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Do stay tuned, because I'll be covering each class for the best races in each class that you guys can grind for your parts on your vehicles.